This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, you're watching Pulse of Africa. I'm Jalani Tesfaye for the main news. First, our top stories for today. Tanzania bans use of foreign currency for local transactions. Brice Oligui Nguema takes power in Gabon. Xi Jinping to visit Russia for victory celebrations. Zambia and Zimbabwe seek investment to revive $5 billion project. Now, the news in detail. Zambia and Zimbabwe are currently ramping up their efforts to secure an investment for the long-delayed $5 billion Batoka Gorge hydropower project. Additionally, the duo are reviving a controversial plan to potentially source water from Democratic Republic of Congo. The Zambezi River Authority, which is a joint venture between the Southern African nations that are responsible for maintaining the Kariba Dam complex, has formed a team that will court investors in the proposed 2,400 megawatt facility, Chief Executive Officer Munyararazi Munodofa said. This facility will be located near World Heritage Site Victoria Falls, he added. Now to Nigeria. Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, has provided Nigeria a grant of $491 million to strengthen the country's health system and boost immunization coverage over the next 4 years. The 4-year initiative targets over 1.8 million unvaccinated children, aiming to reach 84% coverage by 2028. Gavi officials praised Nigeria's strategy for its digital innovation and community involvement, with much of the funding going directly to local efforts. Shifting to BRICS. The BRICS nations are accelerating their shift away from the US dollar by developing new trade tools and payment systems. This move is part of a broader strategy to reduce reliance on the dollar and enhance economic sovereignty. The BRICS nations are creating cross-border payment mechanisms independent of the SWIFT system, establishing new development banks, and coordinating commodity pricing in non-dollar currencies. These initiatives aim to build strategic reserves of gold and other hard assets, further diversifying their financial systems. The BRICS nations are also focusing on developing alternative payment systems to facilitate trade among themselves. Moving on to Gabon. General Brice Oligui Nguema was sworn in as president of Gabon Saturday after winning almost 95% of votes in April 12 election, having served as interim president since taking power in a 2023 coup. Nguema, 50, won the election with 58,074 votes, which accounts for 94.85% of votes cast, according to the final results announced by the Constitutional Court. He was expected to win the election, being widely seen in the Central African country as the man who put an end to the Bongo dynasty, which ruled the country for more than 50 years. Nguema, the former head of the country's Republican Guard, toppled President Ali Bongo Ondimba nearly 2 years ago. In other news, Chinese President Xi Jinping will visit Russia from May 7 to 10 at the invitation of President Vladimir Putin to attend the 80th anniversary celebration of the victory in the Great Patriotic War in Moscow. During the visit, Xi and Putin will discuss strengthening China-Russia relations, focusing on strategic cooperation and key international issues. The visit comes as both nations mark their pivotal contributions to World War II and their shared commitment to upholding international fairness and justice. Meanwhile, Singapore's ruling People's Action Party won 87 of the 97 seats in parliament in Saturday's election, according to local media reports. The country's main opposition Workers' Party secured 10 seats. Prime Minister Lawrence Wong, whose party won the election, thanked supporters. About 82% of the voters, 2,164,593 people, have cast their ballots by 5 p.m., CNA reported, citing the election authorities. Sample counts showed 10 seats for the Workers' Party, according to the Straits Times.
The story of resurgent Ethiopia and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel, all the time. Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.
Turning to business news. Tanzania's central bank has prohibited the use of foreign currencies for local payments. Under new regulations issued in 2025, all goods and services within the country must be priced and paid for in Tanzanian shillings. Foreigners, including tourists, are required to exchange foreign currency locally, but can still use bank cards or digital methods. The Bank of Tanzania urged the public to report any violations. Finally, Vietnam's Prime Minister said the nation's economic growth target remains unchanged this year, despite the many challenges it faces, as the threat of U.S. tariffs creates uncertainty for exporters and businesses. The global economy saw unprecedented movements in the past months, putting pressure on the management of the macroeconomy, Pham Minh Chinh said, addressing the National Assembly in Hanoi on Monday. Still, China reiterated that the government will keep its target of at least 8% growth this year and double-digit expansion in the coming years. Expansion slowed to 6.93% in the first quarter from 7.55% in the last 3 months of 2024. Before concluding, let us provide you with the latest updates on global commodities prices. Now to weather updates. That is all for today, and thanks for watching Pulse of Africa.
This is Pulse of Africa, the face of Ethiopia, the voice of Africa.